Hello, everyone. I am your host, Mark Selby, and this is the Geek News, Episode 6. Again, we weren't able to bring you another podcast. Our schedules are crazy busy right now, mine especially, working 8 hours from midnight to 8 in the morning, and then a kid on top of that, and chores, and just trying to get some sleep. It's a mess. Hopefully, after this week, even though we're still on a crazy schedule, we're trying to bring in another actual podcast for next Friday. So we're going to have to just deal with some geek news for this week, and I actually got a lot for you. I dug down deep, and by that I mean the very exterior what's new section on YouTube, and I think this is just going to be the week of trailers, and by that I mean I have nothing but trailers to talk about. Have you guys seen all the trailers that came out? Holy crap. Let's just kick it off. Independence Day 2 Resurgence. Yes, I loved Independence Day. I don't know any of my friends who didn't love Independence Day. And now we're getting a second one. With not all of them, all the returning characters. Will Smith has opted out on this one. But almost everyone's back. It's 20 years later. Humanity used the technology off of those ships to advance much further than we are, that's for sure. And then the aliens come back with a vengeance. Seriously, watching the trailer, there's so many fight scenes, like gunfights between like our new badass ships and their ships, and like the mothership, another mothership's back, but this one's like 3 times bigger than the other one. And then like halfway through the trailer, you get that voiceover of that original Independence Day speech. And it's like, yes, I will see this in theaters. I will see this one in theaters. I don't watch a lot of movies in theaters these days. This is one of them. I have to watch it. This is amazing. Oh, it looks so good. I'm going to have a link to the trailer in the description. It's hard for me to put into words. There's so much that happens in the trailer. It looks so good. Check it out. It's good stuff. Primo stuff. And then we move on to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. I didn't watch the first new one, Michael Bay. I was afraid. I waited. And everyone I know who watched it either said it was okay for what it was or really bad. And because of that, I'm like, well, I should form opinions for myself, but in this case, I don't want to. And I haven't watched it. It's like a jackass. I might watch it now, because I watched the trailer for TMNT 2, and it looks pretty good. First off, I am a little... Okay, it looks pretty good, but I'm wary, because it starts off with, like... It looks like aliens coming in. All of a sudden, there's floating ships everywhere, and they're crashing into shit, and rubble's going everywhere, and you hear Leo going, Donnie, what's going on up there? And the Donnie's like, I don't know. Let's gear up! And then they're all gearing up, and they get in the Tortuga, the van, and all of a sudden Run DMC starts playing. Tricky! But all of a sudden it goes from that to these guys, this during the day. All of a sudden, nighttime, there's these guys on motorcycles blowing up cars, jack shit, and the turtles show up and I'm like, wait, what happened to the flying stuff? Are there aliens? What's going on? Why do we care about the robbery when we just showed aliens, or something to that effect? I don't know about this suddenly. And then it showed Casey Jones saving Megan Fox. And I was like, yes, Casey Jones. Megan Fox. Yeah, Casey Jones, sweet. And then Shredder. And then some scientific stuff happens. And next thing you know, you see Bebop. And you see Rocksteady. And they have lines. And they look fantastic. And are looking badass. And okay, all right. I will sit down through a Michael Bay movie, I guess. I probably won't go see the movie. I'll wait for it to come out. But I think for nostalgia's sake, I will watch it. Like, nostalgia of Bebop and Rocksteady. I mean, I'm going to go see Independence Day 2 because the nostalgia hit me so hard from the speech in the trailer. that I was like, I'm going to see it. I have the same feeling for this. And I'm going to have to watch the first one again, or the first one in general, just because I can't watch a second one without knowing what happened in the first one, and just in case. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, Casey Jones, Bebop, Rocksteady, Turtles. Sounds like a good time. Sounds fun. The next up was I watched Legend of Tarzan trailer. That looked really good. It was at the same time it was really gritty. Like I noticed that a lot of trailers lately have been doing that gritty looking dark scale kind of filter on everything. Enough of that, please. But the trailer seemed to be alright with it. It looked like there's tribesmen, a couple different types of tribesmen that are in this jungle now as well. And they're fighting the gorillas, therefore fighting Tarzan. It looked like it might be taking place sometime after Jane brought him back to America. And he goes back. From the looks of it, it looks to be that way. I don't know for sure. There was a lot that happened in the trailer. Most of it was people with guns shooting at other things. Or a big guy covered in skulls and Tarzan punching him in the face. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. Uh-huh. Yeah, not crazy in the detail department, but it looked really good. And I hope they release a second trailer that gives us a little more clarity of what's going on before the movie comes out. But looks good. Check it out. It'll be in the description below. Then we go to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2, The Sword of Destiny. Now, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon came out when I was in junior high. Like, I was a kid, basically. And I don't remember a whole lot about that movie. I haven't watched it since, like, junior high. I just remember lots of crazy-ass jumps. Like, or running up bamboo stalks. Like, what? That's cool. I want to do that. I can't do that. I wish I could jump 30 feet up in the air and do it. And do, like, 360s and sword slash. But that's cool. Yeah, the trailer, all of that. You see, it's like, I want to say it's like 50 years from the first one. And you still have all of the sword flips and crazy jumps and and it's going to be from Netflix is the one making it. So it'll be on Netflix sometime 2016. And I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it yet. I'll probably watch the trailer again soon, and I might give it a shot when it comes out. Yeah, go ahead, check that one out as well. That one, it looked pretty good. It had that filter again that I was talking about in Tarzan. Like, people stop with the filter. Seriously, stop. But one thing that's exciting for me is Tina Fey is going to be in a new movie called Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, or as I'm calling it, WTF. She's a news reporter that gets sent to Afghanistan under Billy Bob Thornton's character's care, basically. He's like a general. And she's there trying to get a big story and escape her mediocre life back in New York. And it looked like shit got real fast. Lots of explosions, some gunfire, silly comments. It was kind of like... It sounds weird, but it looked like real drama that was then put off by comedy, which is totally Tina Fey style. But I don't know, it was like a real weird mix of that, and it's like I don't know what to call that, like a dark comedy, I guess, in a way. But it looks good. It looks really funny. I was laughing throughout the whole trailer, and I'd check it out. Yeah, that'll be in the description below. Hopefully you'll find that as hilarious as I did. We're blowing through these, actually. I have two more, and those are both TV shows that are coming up. CW is putting out Legends of Tomorrow, which is another DC show. Rip Hunter, he is a time traveler and just badass in general. Rip Hunter's awesome. Check him out. He's like the main character, and he comes back in time to grab people, to grab superheroes and villains to make a team to go back in time even further and stop a villain known as Vandal Savage, who is he's immortal. Try and stop him from taking over the world. The team includes the Atom, which, if you guys watch Arrow, Adam's from that. White Canary, which I'm assuming is also from Arrow. I don't watch Arrow, so I don't know. But she's in it. It's not Black Canary. It looks like she was trained by Black Canary, but she was White Canary. I don't know. Heatwave and Captain Cold from Flash, which is awesome. I love those two. They're hilarious together. Hawkman and Hawkgirl are making an appearance, and that's pretty cool. They look like they would from the comic or the show. They did a great job, it looks like, on like their costumes, the headdress and everything. And Firestorm, but it's not Ronnie from Flash. It's the old man and some other guy. And I don't know. It looks like it might be cool. I'd check it out. Probably, yeah. It looks like that'll be a fun trip through the past. Rip Hunter has an awesome time revolver. I don't know exactly what it does. I always forget, but it shoots like a sonic screwdriver. Just sound effects. Anyway, lastly, Netflix is bringing us a new original series, and that's Fuller House. Basically, it's Full House back in the 90s. Bob Saget, the Olsen twins, all those guys. The trailer didn't show anybody. It just showed the house. And it showed all the different scenes, locations in the house. And you're like, oh, nostalgia, nostalgia, nostalgia. Everything's grabbing me with nostalgia today. All these trailers. And then you hear them at the front door, and you hear Bob Saget, you hear DJ, the older sister. I don't remember their names. It's been years since I watched that show. And I was a kid when I watched that show. Like, I was 6. Uncle Joey, you hear him. You hear someone else, and couldn't recognize her voice. I didn't hear the Olsen twins. I don't know if they'll be in the show or not. I didn't hear a couple voices. But, yeah. That'll also be down in the description. All these trailers will be. I'd definitely check them out. And that's all the trailers I have for you this week. I hope that was enough for you. That was like 8 trailers, I think. 5, 6, 7 trailers I had for you. That's 2 whole more topics than I had for you last week, so hope that'll do until next week when we can bring you a podcast. Hopefully we bring you a podcast. Anyway, have a great weekend and enjoy those trailers and be hype and leave us a comment or check us out at www.bizarp.com. That's www.bizarp.com. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.